Hey guys, just want to quickly run you over four key points for you to think about, and hopefully we can get together on Wednesday and have a meeting. Basically, we're going to move ahead on this partnership on good faith just because a couple of reasons. You guys are good guys. Second thing is when Rick came to the first meeting that we had upstairs, Rick said, "Hey, this isn't a good deal for you, Paul. You're going to have to work a whole bunch and give your ad away as to get people to buy print." And it was nice to see that you were looking out for the other guy. So considering that you guys were walking down the street and I happened to be at that spot when you said move ahead, I think there's good synergy here. So we'll move ahead and we'll basically work on a memo of understanding of what's in it for ITS as things firm up. But there's a bunch of work to be done first. So the first thing is we want to generate advertising revenue from the basic video advertising program where you get a video playing on all these different venues, but also there's the opportunity to have the pre-roll advertising 10 seconds beforehand. So every video that plays on our network, we can have a 5 second, 10 second ad. Also on the player itself, I see that there's definitely room to have a banner ad that sponsor gets, and it would sit on the left hand or the right hand side because most people's monitors are bigger than a 13-inch monitor, and therefore that's one of the benefits of being that like a West Coast Sightseeing is going to be the sponsor, I would think, because of Jason's interest in the project and so forth like that. So So here's the player here for Greyline, but obviously this everybody who we play the video in plays in this player, okay, on their website, and if they pay enough, we make a custom banner. But over here, there can be a banner to say, "Hey, see great West Coast videos." So that's one of the spots that the banner can be in. The the other advertising is the retargeting. That's when the customer comes on your website and leaves, and we're able to track them. And ultimately, what we're going to be able to give to advertisers is the number of online sales. Like you guys can track it through your app, and I can track it as well. Total number of transactions, total number of video plays, and total number of phone calls. And that's impressive. And, that's something that Visitor Choice or print can't do today. But if we merge the video and the print together and make it a combo buy, then we're going to sell more print. And obviously, by being able to give that reporting, they're going to keep coming with us. So, in order to get all this content, or if you look at the big picture here, this is basically, I got to make this window bigger, but what I'm saying is that we need to have a database system that you create a listing. This is an example of a listing, right? You got your name, your phone number, and your stuff like that. And then it gets pushed out to all these different venues that you guys control. So it gets on the Visitor Choice website and the mobile app. It gets on your fancy app that does the transaction. It gets on the kiosks. I got a feeling you got some looping plasmas that are in some of those hotels. And then ITS has its own branded products, which is this Travelport TV app, so that listing that you create would appear on all these because this database would make it appear on all those. It would also appear on WCities and all WCities clients. And what I've realized is that we should just get WCities to basically modify their database, add some features into it so it will manage a kiosk because they've got everything already in place already. For instance, here we are in their back end right here. This is how we create a listing. So we're at WCities up here. As you can see, you go add a record, and then basically it has all these fields that you fill out in order to create the listing and then basically the editor WCities. So you put all that info in there. It creates one of these, and then the editor looks at it, approves it, and then it gets pushed out on all their travel sites that they deal with. And so what we would do is I'm getting a hold of Fraser and say, Fraser, hey, if you make this change, then we're going to put all this lovely content into your database, and that's what he wants. So I'm pretty positive he's going to do that. So that's going to save us a ton of time, ton of money, and also we'll have features and functionality because he's got an app called Event Seekers, which is one of the top 500,000 people have downloaded it. So his app infrastructure and how to deal with apps and all that is very good. So then moving along, basically Valerie, well, one of your guys left the company, the sales, what's his name? I forget his name. The video guy left Visitor's Choice, and I assume he was drawing some sort of salary. So that should be, I believe, redirected. We hire Valerie, and you have to understand, Valerie knows everything about video production. She can almost shoot a video, edit it, do the script and everything. She's been selling, video products with me for 15 years. She's a little problematic in the fact she's a little opinionated and she talks way too much. But not, the customers don't mind it, but it's inter-office stuff. She just goes on and on and on. But she's working at home. She'll probably get along great with Dee. But Randy needs to get that moving because right now, I don't see Dee running out selling video touchscreens or even she can sell my video marketing program. She can do everything, and I'd like to see that happen because I got my hands full getting the whole database together and getting the video shot, and I got way too many tasks on my plate. Now, Tourism Vancouver, basically what I think we should do is W City should reach out to Tourism Vancouver and say, look, we're looking to pick one city to create a travel TV app, and we've shortlisted Miami, Las Vegas, and Vancouver. What are you going to do, Tourism Vancouver, in the way of a financial support to allow us to build the biggest interactive video database in HD and 4K of any destination in the world, and this will be made available on the Travel TV app, but more importantly, it'll be made available on the internet, on YouTube. The content will be distributed a whole bunch of different ways. So then we get W Cities then says, okay, Tourism Vancouver, we want you to meet with Paul DeMuth. He's in Vancouver. He's organizing it. And just so you know, Tourism Vancouver, ITS is going to a company called Oculus in about 3 months to make a request for them to invest in us, and they're owned by Facebook. And the reason why is we're going back to all the top destinations in the world to launch this new video marketing program, and we want to shoot these VR views to basically for this VR goggle company that Oculus, the guy from Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, bought for $2 billion, and it's a headset that you can watch. Um, it allows you to be in a 3D environment. So you look all around and it looks like you're right there. This is a very good article. It basically is saying, will these goggles replace tourism altogether? So I recommend you read that link there, and that link is right there in the industry facts, and I'll mark it in yellow. And so that's the big new trend, or will be the next big trend in computer, is this virtual reality. It's going to be used in a variety of ways beyond gaming, for educational, medicine. A guy can operate on someone. He can be in a different city, just puts on the goggles. And so the moral story is that Tourism BC spent $280 million and created one little episode. It got a little bit of flack for the high expense of creating this VR. They went out and paid $280,000 to shoot a little video, a VR video, 360-degree video of chasing a bear or something in a park. It's better than that, but that sums up what it was. So we at ITS Vancouver Visitor Choice Media Group, we're going to go and shoot a whole bunch of these, like $2 million worth of content. And we're going to shoot all this other video. We're going to package it up. So Tourism Vancouver, we want, basically you to agree that ITS is the the video hosting for your website. We want to I want you to send out educational videos to the marketplace explaining what we're doing and how people can get involved by either submitting footage or hiring us to shoot video at a 50% discount, and ultimately hold a seminar to get everybody, to get the members fully aware. And also we want them to give us some money next year because we're creating real value. And because of Randy's connections with Tourism Vancouver and with the WCDs being a big player, I think that we can get Tourism Vancouver on side. And we're not going to, we don't need their support the next 30, 60 days. We're already picking off the guys that we need to shoot, and that's all the water activities, and we're getting that done right now. We on the weekend we went and shot 2 or 3 locations, and so the thing is this is really gearing up for next year. So if we can work the next 4 months to get this going with Tours Vancouver, and then they put a seminar on in November, and it's all tied into Visitors Choice as well. So it's one big media buy. That's a good thing, and just having them on board. Ultimately, they could use it with some of those touch screens down at the info center as well. So when we get through the door and talk about the TV app, we'll have a couple products there. But anyway, check that over. The hot list is basically Randy needs to get a dialogue going with Valerie. Just Valerie, I don't know. She doesn't. She's going to want to debate this a little bit. So, but Randy needs to start that process, and the sooner that he meets with her and says, "Hey Val, what do you think about working?" the sooner Val will start going through all the issues she's got. If we can meet this week, I got the touch screen. Want to show you the touch screen, and we could sign just a simple agreement. Valerie's going to want to see that we've got some deal done, so we'll just sign a member of understanding that we're going to work on a definitive agreement. Paul's already tracking down Fraser to get him make those changes. And would Rick consider giving us a small hardware budget of $1,000 or $2 to buy some additional equipment? Because I have to replace all my cameras and to this new 4K content, and I really don't have extra money laying around to buy some gear here. And you can put that up against, well, that's just something that's going to help things out, make production better. Check that out. Let's have a meeting this week. Thanks. Oh, no, sorry. This is what we need to buy. We need to buy this rig here that allows us to shoot there's 6 GoPro cameras in this thing, and it captures a 360-degree view. And if we had that little device and the 6 cameras, it's about a $3,000 buy. We would then be able to shoot these 360-degree movies, and the first one we want to do is jumping off a grouse mountain in a paraglider, because that's perfect. And the idea is that that's going to show tourism Vancouver that we're going to create $2 million worth of content, and I can't create that content because I don't have that little piece of hardware device right there. That rig is $500, but it's the 6 GoPro cameras that are $500 a piece is $3,000. But we can deal with that later. But that's my hot button. Okay.